poor African girl agreed to marry a king she had never seen, because her family was starving. But what she discovered behind his mask would leave an entire kingdom speechless. In a forgotten African village, the earth had cracked beneath the burning sun. The rivers had dried up. The crops had died, and every family feared the next day might be their last. Among them lived a young woman named Amara. Every morning she watched her parents struggle to find food. Every evening she heard children crying from hunger. One day, while sitting beside a dry riverbed, Amara stared at the empty horizon. She wondered if hope had abandoned her village forever. Then something strange happened. A mysterious old woman appeared from nowhere. No one saw where she came from. No one heard her footsteps. Yet suddenly, she was standing right beside Amara. The old woman held a glowing golden necklace in her hand. Her eyes seemed ancient, almost as if she carried centuries of secrets. She slowly placed the necklace into Amara's hand. No one saw. Then she whispered something unbelievable. At midnight, wear this necklace and walk into the sacred forest. The Spirit King is searching for a bride. Amara's heart froze. A Spirit King? The ruler of the spirit world. Why would such a being choose someone like her? The old woman smiled. Because destiny has already chosen you. Before Amara could ask another question, the woman vanished into the evening mist, leaving only the necklace behind. That night, Amara returned home carrying a heavy heart. She looked at her family sleeping on the floor. Their faces showed exhaustion. Their bodies showed hunger. She knew she couldn't watch them suffer much longer. The mysterious offer echoed inside her mind. Was it dangerous? Absolutely. But what choice did she have? As midnight arrived, she placed the golden necklace around her neck. Taking a deep breath, she walked toward the sacred forest. The villagers believed no one who entered that forest ever returned the same. Ancient legends spoke of spirits living beyond its shadows. As Amara crossed the first line of trees, a cold wind swept around her. Then something impossible happened. The dark forest began to glow. Thousands of golden lights appeared in the air. The trees shimmered with magical energy. Flowers bloomed beneath her feet. The world around her transformed into something beyond imagination. Amara stood frozen. The forest she had feared her entire life suddenly looked like a doorway to another realm. Then she saw it. A magnificent palace rising among the trees. Its golden towers touched the stars. Its crystal walls sparkled like diamonds. And somehow, she knew this was only the beginning of a much bigger mystery. As Amara approached the palace, giant spirit guards appeared before her. Their glowing eyes watched every movement. Their towering figures looked powerful enough to stop an army. The palace gates slowly opened. Inside sat the Spirit King himself. He wore a silver mask that completely hid his face. His presence filled the room with power. Fear rushed through Amara's body. The Spirit King's voice echoed through the hall. Do you accept becoming my bride? The entire palace fell silent. Amara knew this decision would change her life forever. After a long pause, she whispered one word. Yes. At that exact moment, magical energy flooded the palace. The marriage was sealed. The next morning, a miracle happened. Back in the village, green crops suddenly covered the fields. Fresh water returned to the wells. The drought disappeared. Families who had suffered for years finally smiled again. People celebrated Amara as a hero. They believed she had saved them all. But while everyone else rejoiced, Amara felt a growing uneasiness, because she still didn't know who her husband really was. And the Spirit King never removed his mask. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Amara lived in luxury beyond imagination. Yet she felt more lonely than ever. In luxury, every conversation, every moment carried the same mystery. Who was the man behind the silver mask? Whenever she asked, he avoided the question. Whenever she became curious, he changed the subject. Eventually, curiosity became impossible to ignore. One night, after the Spirit King fell asleep, Amara quietly approached him. The room was silent. Her hands trembled. Slowly, carefully, she reached toward the silver mask. Her heart pounded louder with every second. Then she lifted it. The moment she saw his face, tears filled her eyes. The spirit couldn't be. The man beneath the mask was Kofi, her childhood best friend. The boy she had loved years ago. The boy everyone believed had died during a terrible storm. Amara could barely speak. Kofi, the Spirit King, opened his eyes and smiled sadly. The greatest mystery of her life, Kofi explained everything. Years ago, the storm had carried him deep into the sacred forest. Their powerful spirits saved his life. But their gift came with a price. He would become their king, forever protecting the balance between humans and spirits. For years, he secretly watched over the village, and watched over Amara. When he saw her family suffering, he couldn't stay silent. He asked the spirits for help, not because he needed a queen, but because he never stopped loving her. Amara cried as she listened. All those years she thought she had lost him forever. Now she finally understood the truth. But there was one final challenge. The spirits offered Amara a choice: return to the human world, or stay beside Kofi in the spirit realm forever. Amara looked at the man she loved. Then she made her decision. This time, she would not lose him again. Together, they walked into the glowing sacred forest. And according to legend, their spirits still protect the village to this day. Sometimes the greatest treasures are not gold, power, or wealth. They are the people who stay loyal to us even when the world forgets us. True love is not about what someone gives you. It is about who remains beside you when everything else disappears.